G'day everyone, welcome back to the channel, welcome back to another video. Now in this one, I am going to be showing you guys how to make a sample for artists such as YEAT, Carson, or Playboi Carti inside of FL Studio. Now if you are new here, I would greatly appreciate it if you do punch that subscribe button, and while you're at it, flick that bell to get notified every single time that I upload a video. Friendly reminder that I do stream live over on Kick as well, so if you do want to catch the shenanigans live, I would greatly appreciate it if you follow me there as well. That one being said, let's get into FL Studio and let's deconstruct this sample. Okay, so here we are inside of FL Studio, and as you can see with this sample, we honestly kept it really simple. 4 melodic, 1 bass. Now we are working at a BPM of 160 in the key of E minor, and the first preset that we use comes in from Serum, and that one, surprise, surprise, is the Super Saw Arcade, which comes in from the Duva Serum Bank yet again. Now, if you do want a link to that one, I'll be leaving the YouTube channel link in the description. Go over there, show them some love. Now, the chords that we are playing with this one is honestly really simple. Now, I did say the final sample is in the key of E minor, but we actually started the sample in F sharp. So as you can see here, we start with an F sharp power chord, where we grab the first note and the 5th note in the triad, and you just get rid of the 3rd one. So in this case, we have the F sharp and the C sharp. We then go down to a C sharp power chord, where we have the C sharp and the G sharp. Just to make the chord sound a little bit more full, we grabbed the root note, which is the C sharp, and we just bump that one up the octave as well. The last chord is a D power chord, where we have D, we skip the middle note, and we put in the A, or the 5th. Just to, yet again, make the chords a little bit more full, we grab the D, bump that one up the octave. Now we grabbed this exact same chord progression and we pasted it in another chord preset, and that preset, believe it or not, is the Super Saw Too Far Gone, which yet again comes in from the Duva Serum Bank. Now, like I said, we just grabbed the exact same chords as the first one, but instead of stuttering out the chords, we just sustained them. In context, this is what the chords sound like. Now, both of these chords are being routed to insert 1, so all the effects that are on insert 1 affect both the chords. Let's actually go to that. All we have is an EQ, where we get rid of some of the low end, and then we just bring in another EQ, where we're just doing a high-end roll-off, because both sounds together were a little bit too harsh, so we just wanted to get rid of those harsh frequencies. Going on to the next element in this sample. Believe it or not, it comes in from Serum, and the preset that we are using with this one is one that I made myself, which is called Pluck. Use this for fast runs. Now, if you do want this Serum preset, I'll be leaving a link to it in the description, where you guys can cop it completely for free. Now, all we're doing with this one is a really simple pattern. As you can see, we do really fast runs, as we do a run down, and then we do a run up. Now, you've possibly noticed something a little bit different compared to the run down and the run up. With the run down, we only go down 3 octaves. But when we do the run up, we go up 4 octaves. Just a little bit of variance, just to change it up a little bit, just makes the listener go, oh, okay, that's a little bit different. It's not the exact same thing. But in context, this is what the up sounds like. Yet again, just keeping it really simple. If I was to go on to the effects with this up, we have an effect rack come in where we are using the Slap Echo Walk Across. Yet again, I grabbed that one from another VGN. He uses it a lot with his samples. So I've started implementing it as well, and it is honestly an effect that I swear by. The next effect that comes in is a Valhalla Vintage Verb. The mix on this one is 20%, pre-delay 14 milliseconds, decay 1.45, and a low cut of 120 hertz. A portal comes in where we are using the wormhole preset. Now that one gets automated throughout the full track, just giving it a little bit of variance and just, making it sound like it's changing. And our Vox stereo comes in where we are compressing it because the portal kind of squishes the sound a bit too much and just makes it a bit quieter. So we're using the RVox just to liven that one up a little bit. Fruity delay comes in yet again, being automated throughout the whole beat, where we are just using a really subtle ping pong effect. And then last but not least, 2 EQs come in. The first one getting rid of some of the low end, and then the second one just yet again doing a high end roll off. The next element that comes in, surprise, surprise, comes in from Serum yet again, and this one is also being routed over to Insert 2. But the preset that we are using with this one comes in from Serum, and this one is the Pluck Light, which, surprise, surprise, comes in from the Duva Serum Bank. Now, all we're doing with this one is a really simple pattern. I just wanted something that sounded a little bit different, so it wasn't just the ARP going that sounds like you're in an arcade. I wanted something that kind of gave it a bit more liveliness, if that makes sense. Just make it sound a bit more fresh, and we ended up with something that sounds like so. Now, keep in mind, the effects that we use on the ARP also get used on this ARP as well, the counter ARP or the counter melody. Now, all we did is we actually kind of alternated. So if I was to go into the full beat itself and go down to the automations, as you can see, we have the delay coming on and off. The portal comes on and off. And then when the portal is actually activated, that's when we activate the compression or the RVox stereo, just so it's not being played throughout the whole thing. Because if I had compression going, yet again, it would have highs then lows, because Portal is doing what Portal does best, which is granulization, but then that also stuffs the volume up a little bit. So automation is there just to make things equal across the board. The last element that comes in, surprise, surprise, comes in from Serum yet again. And this one is a bass. And believe it or not, this one is the bass hell, which comes in from the Duva Serum Bank yet again. All we're doing with this one is something really simple. We are following the root notes. Now, keep in mind, I said that we are working in the key of E minor. So the root notes with this one go E, down to B, and then finishes on the C. Now, I know the chords start on F sharp, but remember what I said at the beginning of the video? We pitch the final sample down. Now, I don't like pitching a bass down. It tends to warp it a lot. So I'll pitch the melodies down, then just manually move the bass down itself so it doesn't get that, warped sort of feeling. But in context, this is what the bass sounds like. Really aggressive, really hard in your face sort of bass. Now, if I was to go to the effects with this one, all we have is an SSL compressor, just taming the peaks, because we did have some that were, really high, and then we had some parts that the bass was really low. So we just wanted to kind of even it out a little bit. Now, all the melodic elements get routed over to Insert 4, which is the melody bus, where we have a sound shifter, like I said, pitching it down 2 semitones, putting it onto the key of E minor. Then we just have an SSL compressor come in, just gluing it all together, making sure everything is kind of even across the board. The melody bus and the bass get routed over to Insert 6, where all we have on this one is an SSL compressor, just slight glue compression with this one, and then just an L limiter just to control the peaks, because there were just some that were just kind of just refusing to be controlled by the compressor. So the limiter comes in just to go, hey, look, if you don't want to, listen with the compressor, here's a brick wall, enjoy that one, you're not going through it. But yeah, that is how you can make a video game inspired sample for artists such as YEAT, Carson, or Playboi Carti inside of FL Studio. If you are new here yet again, I would greatly appreciate it if you do punch that subscribe button for me. And while you're at it, please flick that bell so you get notified every single time that I upload a video. Friendly reminder, I stream live over on Kick as well, so if you do want to catch the shenanigans live, I would greatly appreciate it if you follow me there as well. That one being said, thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you all next time for another video.